What's up? We are currently in the valley after a 5-hour drive and waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning. We're finally here. Y'all guys already see the title of the video. I'm outside the first rag house we're gonna go to on this trip. First of multiple this trip. Literally next weekend I have ThriftCon Houston, and per usual, I don't have enough inventory. So I'm making a quick 2-day trip to the valley to actually source at rag houses. And then tomorrow I'm sourcing at flea markets. So that's gonna be a fun part of the video that's gonna happen later on. While I'm putting up my hair, if this is the first rag house video you're seeing, or really the first video you're seeing on my channel, my name is Gerardo. I run a page called Resilient. Okay, that looks good. My hair is out of my face now. I travel a lot to sell vintage and pop up at different events throughout the country, throughout Texas. So yeah, tag along. I'm gonna head inside. I don't expect to find too much clothes at this specific rag house, but who knows, we might get lucky. Let's get going, y'all. We are inside the first rag house. Here's a look at how it looks throughout all the people working. I only found one pair of jean shorts. I was a little bummed out, but it's okay. Off to the next rag house, which I got a sweatshirt bale. They started opening the bale up and I began going through it. I got a sweatshirt bale. It was pretty large, guys, and I ended up starting off with this Champion reverse weave sweatshirt, a great sweatshirt to start off the bale. And as well, I found this sweatshirt that had the biggest hole in it. I don't know how you managed to do this to a sweatshirt. Going through bales can be tiring, but it is one of the cheapest ways to source vintage. I ended up finding this polo jeans, like jersey, sweatshirt, maybe hockey jersey mix. It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And then I found this motorcycle rattlesnake hoodie. It had like glitter on the rattlesnake. It was super sick. But honestly, this bale wasn't half bad, guys. I found a decent amount. I wrapped up the blanket and yeah, let's get going. Okay, post rag house check-in. The first rag house, as you guys saw, it was kind of a bust. I mean, that's kind of what I expected before even going in. That rag house used to be really good, but with time it just started to slow down. I'm not too sure why. And then this next rag house is one I really do enjoy going to, but they only had sweatshirt bales available, and then they had like long sleeve bales available. And I mean, long sleeves are cool, but let's be honest, everyone goes for like short sleeve tees. That's wherever you're able to find like the most like rare shirts, Harleys, NASCARs, band tees. They're always like short sleeves. So I was like, let me avoid those. I got one sweatshirt bale just to scratch the itch. I love going through sweatshirt bales, and I actually got through it in under basically like an hour, I would want to say. It's currently like 90 to 95 in Houston, so I'm not going to be bringing a ton of sweatshirts to ThriftCon, but nevertheless, I am going to be bringing sweatshirts because they still sell a lot, surprisingly, even in the hot weather. Maybe because it's an indoor event. Who knows? It is 11:30 now. I think before I go to the next rag house, I'm gonna actually fuel up real fast, because this next rag house, I plan on buying a couple bales and staying there till, what is it, 11:30? My goal is to stay there till like 5 o'clock. So hopefully I can get like 3 or 4 bales open and just like push myself as much as I can, because tomorrow I am doing the flea markets. Like I said, I'm super excited for that. Like, I feel like flea markets are fun because you can find more unique items, and it's more of a gamble because you don't know what you'll find. I've found really rare shirts for cheap at the flea market, and as well, sometimes you'll come across a booth that just has so much, and you ask, okay, how much for all this? And they give you such a good price. So I'm super excited for the flea market, guys. I'm gonna go run to a gas station, try to see what they have to eat, and then time to go hit the rag houses again. After a quick lunch break, we are at the next rag house, guys. After asking them what bales they had, they only had a whites bales. As you can see here, man's is literally raising up the bale so high. This bale weighs over 1,000 pounds and he's just casually lifting up. They popped it open and I started looking. I ended up finding this car tee, which I like the sleeve on, and it had like classic cars on it. So I thought it was a pretty cool, and look at this tag. This tag was super sick on it as well. I don't know how it happened again, but here's another good tee with a massive hole in the top right corner of it. It's a Tweety shirt as well, which pisses me off, but we kept on going through the bale. These bales are super exhausting because all the t-shirts are like tight within each other. I literally had to take a break and go get a water because your boy was tired. This chiropractor tee was cool because I literally had the spine on it, and on the back it said adjuster, which is so corny and funny. And the final tee I want to show is this Mercedes-Benz. I believe it was an E-Class tee. I really like the back graphic on it, but once we got done, I carried the little laundry bag of stuff back to the truck, tossed it in, and let's recap. What's up, guys? I just got done with that whites bale, and man, did it take me out. It's 2 o'clock now. I believe I started it close to like freaking like 12:30, so that took me over an hour and a half to do. And I'll be honest, the bale wasn't really the best. Like, I did find some good pieces, but nothing crazy. Typically with white bales, like, I understand like it's all one color, so I know you're not gonna find like a bunch of crazy stuff, but normally I'll find like 1 or 2 really good pieces that make it worth the bale. I didn't really find that, but it was a total of probably like 10 to 15 items. I paid $60 for the bale, so if you do the math, what do you call it, what, six, like $5 to $6 a piece, which, I mean, it's decent, but it's like, it was meh. It's 2 o'clock. Rag houses stop selling bales around 4. Sometimes on Friday, they actually close a little earlier as well. So I'm going to decide whether I'm going to hit another rag house or possibly go to the thrift stores, because tomorrow is strictly a flea market day. So I might hit some thrift stores that close like literally before 5 as well. Some like the smaller ones in old downtown Brownsville. The next clip will be at whatever I decide. I need to think it over. But yes, I'm going to get some water into me. I'm literally dehydrated and tired right now, but yeah, see you guys in the next clip. Had to throw a quick curveball on y'all, but I decided to go to this indoor flea market that was next to the rags. I absolutely love flea markets, and the fact that this one was in the AC was a match made in heaven. I ended up finding this vintage booth that had a bunch of stuff in it. It had like a $5 rack and $10 rack, so I decided to look through it. Stay tuned, because it turned out to be a really cool experience. Here are some of the pieces that I ended up finding. It was some Harley tees. I believe it was just mainly Harley tees, and this last tee was really sick. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Okay, let me cut down the air a little bit. I just got done at the, what is it called again? Okay, the BrownTown flea market over here in Brownsville, Texas. I literally only stopped by one vendor, and that one vendor was, I believe his Instagram is Cruzanity. I'll have it over here. Thank you so much, Cruz, for the hospitality. What is it? His shop was super cool. All of his stuff is really cheap. I wanted to hop on here because Cruz was telling me about one of his homies. Shout out to you, Alan. I appreciate you so much. I continue getting recognized every time I come out to the rag houses, what do you call it, whenever I'm thrifting or stuff like that. And it's so crazy to me, because it's just kind of like, I'm just making YouTube videos, guys. I generally appreciate all the support. I really hope me saying this doesn't make me seem like conceited or like full of myself, but generally from the bottom of my heart, I'm so appreciative of it. I really don't deserve it. One last time, if you're in the Valley, go check out the homie. Appreciate him so much. He also mentioned another vintage store that I might check out, and as well, there's some thrift stores in the area that I did want to go to. I just want to hop on here, give you guys that quick little update, and yeah, let's go, guys. Cruz sent me to this new vintage store in the Valley called The Garage. It was honestly pretty sick. I love the setup. This TV I literally had as a kid, so I was super excited whenever I saw it. But the store itself was cool. I ended up leaving with this Houston Rockets tee that was for a really good price. I went down the road to my good friend Texas store. He goes by Lazarus Vintage, and his store is called Short Notice in Brownsville. I love his curation, and honestly, he's such a great guy. Looking through the walls, there's this one tee that says Harambe's Daycare. Fun fact, Harambe's actually from the Brownsville Zoo. I ended up getting these camo shorts from him that are for me, and then as well this mesh tank top. I know I'm sourcing for ThriftCon, but I mean, I had to, guys. I ended up going to another wholesale appointment that was kind of last minute, but it was honestly really good. I got a lot of great stuff. As you can see, me just going through it real fast. I can't complain, guys. I'm very content. And that wraps up day one. Let's head to Airbnb, guys. What's up, guys? Oh, shoot, it's a little echo in here. Let me set you guys up right over here. We just got done at all the different wholesale appointments I went to. Let's see if I can get you guys propped up right there. Okay, like I said, we just got done with the wholesale appointments. We're currently at my Airbnb. It is literally a quaint little tiny room. All it has is a little side table, which you guys are propped on, this bed, and a restroom, but that's all you need. It was literally only like 40 bucks. So whenever I come down to the valley, especially whenever I come down by myself, I just buy the cheapest Airbnb that looks clean. I'm gonna move you guys over here because I'm gonna go for a run. I've lately been on a huge running kick, just trying to get, what do you call it, like my cardio in. Obviously, as you guys know, I rock climb, but I recently got into running just to be more healthy and stuff like that. Plus, I see so many videos on like the Raw Dog Run Club and all these influencers running, and I'm like, I want to do the same. But back to today. Today at the Rag House, it wasn't that bad. I ended up only doing, I believe, like 3 bales today. It was funny because I was mentioning in the car that, oh, I'm gonna open this many bales. Yeah, no, that didn't end up happening. It was pretty hot in these rag houses, with it being Texas, as you know. Everything is literally burning up. I was grateful to get a few wholesale appointments done after the Rag House. Shout out to Cruz. I stopped by that one shop, the Garage Vintage. That was pretty cool. And then I didn't buy anything to resell at my homie's shop. What is it? Short notice. But as you know, I bought some stuff for personal. Love that. And then as well, I stopped by another homie for wholesale. I don't know if I said it or not, but he goes by Holy Boy on Instagram. For day one, it wasn't that bad. And I knew that this trip would mainly be kind of a wholesale thing, especially with the, what do you call it, flea markets I'm going to tomorrow. I know that I'm gonna find the bulk of my inventory there, and as well I have a pretty big wholesale appointment tomorrow that I'm gonna show you guys, so I'm not complaining about today. Okay, and before I get too lazy and start procrastinating, I'm gonna get started on my run, y'all. Okay, and just like that, we are done with the run. I am feeling like poop, guys. Oh, Jesus, I'm barely looking at myself for the first time since my run. I have a mirror right here. I look rough. I believe, let me see. Okay, I found it. I'll have my like stats from Strava up right there, just in case you were curious for all my running nerds there. I ended up running 5 miles. I'm in Harlingen here in the valley, where I typically source is Brownsville. That's where the flea markets are, that's where the rag houses are. But tomorrow I'm actually going to go to Mcallen, which is another city in the valley. So I decided to stay in Harlingen, sleep in the middle. It was a cheap Airbnb. With that being said, I'm not familiar with Harlingen at all. I'm not aware that there are barely any sidewalks in Harlingen. So basically, I start my run. I plan this route through the Strava app, and I'm going, and then I'm like, wait, the sidewalk stops. Maybe for like a mile and a half, I'm running on like angled dirt. My legs were killing me after that. What is it? My pace was a little slow just because obviously your boy was tired after that first bit. I'm not gonna bore you guys on run thought. I thought I'd just give you guys a little insight on like a new little hobby I'm doing, obviously because I want this channel to be as personal as can be. I'm gonna go shower because I smell disgusting and I feel disgusting, and then afterwards I need to find food. I'm not familiar with the Harlingen area, so hopefully I find a decent restaurant because your boy is hungry and he burnt a crap ton of calories. If I don't film anything later tonight or check in with y'all, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the flea markets. See you guys. Good morning, guys. It is day 2 of the sourcing trip. We're about to head to the flea market, but beforehand we had to get some breakfast. What is it? In Brownsville there is a coffee shop called Sovereign, and I absolutely love it. I always go there. I always get a certain drink from them, and I didn't realize, but in Harlingen, technically I believe it's in like San Benito, it's like a little town next to Harlingen, there's a Sovereign as well. So I was super excited. As far as the drink, I got a espresso tonic. It's basically shots of espresso over tonic water. It's really simple, but it's really good. Here, I want to try it real fast. Oh my God, that's so freaking good. And for breakfast, I got these like overnight oats. They look really yummy. Normally I don't eat oatmeal because it doesn't really get me that full, but I had this last time I was in the valley and it's really heavy for oatmeal. I guess with all the extra stuff they add to it. Unfortunately, they didn't have spoons, so I'm currently working with a fork right now. So I'm gonna see, I don't know if you can notice, but there's some like liquid in it. So hopefully once I mix it up, it becomes more like clumpy and I can eat it with a fork. If not, it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult time. After I get done with this, we're gonna head over to the flea market. It's back in Brownsville. It's called the 77 Flea Market, something like that. They're only open on the weekends and I've been there once and I loved it. So hopefully once we go back, it's gonna be almost the same experience. We're gonna find a bunch of good stuff. Then we're heading back to Mcallen, another city in the valley that's only an hour away, to do 2 wholesale appointments. We have the big one I was planning on, and then yesterday on my Instagram, if you're not following Resilient HDX, down below, someone else hit me up saying that they had wholesale in Mcallen as well. So I was like, oh shoot, okay, 2 birds with 1 stone. And then we're heading back tonight. But that's the plan for today. I'm gonna struggle and eat my oatmeal real fast, and I will see you guys in a bit. After a quick 30-minute drive, we ended up in Brownsville. Here's a look at the flea market from the outside. It was super muddy. I don't know why, but we started looking. I found this one workwear vendor. A man's was packing up my pants super fast, but it was a ton of great pants and some button-ups actually. I went straight to looking afterwards. There's like this outdoor section and then there's an indoor section. While looking indoors, I couldn't help but look at the menu of the food. It looks so good. This is a vendor I bought from as well. She has a lot of vintage, so I was happy to see her again. And literally the last booth was this other workwear vendor. Like, look at this. Look at this table full of Realtree camo. I left with so much. I had to put it in the car, and let me just tell you, it was a lot to bring it back. I had to go back for agua fresca, which I enjoyed. It was so refreshing, guys. I don't know if you can hear it, but my fans are blowing full. Let me cut these down just so you guys can hear me better. It is hot outside. It is 93 degrees outside. I just got done and it wasn't a bad trip. Before I continue, I wanted to show the watermelon agua fresca I got. This thing is literally almost as big as my head. It is so yum. After spending 2 hours at the flea market, agua frescas really do hit because, like I said, it's hot outside. It's a lot of walking, like up and down the aisles. And then as well, I forgot my cart. So I had to carry each bag, by hand all throughout. So it feels like I'm holding kettlebells at, like a farmer's carry workout. So here I am walking through the flea market with all my stuff because I don't have my cart or I don't have like a big shoulder bag. It wasn't bad. I started off the market seeing like a workwear vendor who was selling a bunch of like pants and button ups. So I bought a good amount from him. In between me looking, it was kind of slow. I found a couple things. I found one vendor who sells a lot of vintage and I actually got a lot from her. So shout out to her. And then literally I'm going through the markets and the last vendor was that workwear booth I showed you, and oh my goodness am I glad I finished the market. Like I finished the whole course of the market because this man, it was literally like so much Realtree camo pants, so much like carpenter pants, what's popular right now. I think I got a total of like 20 to 30 things. No, like 25 to 30 things. I don't know the exact count. It was a lot of really good stuff. And man's only charged me $50 for everything. So literally it was probably less than $5 a piece. So I'm like, my goodness, that is such a great price. And while I was getting agua fresca, I actually got a little shoe rack because my girlfriend, for ThriftCon coming up, she has a lot of shoes. So I was looking around for a shoe rack, and I love flea markets because you can literally find anything. So I literally got a wooden shoe rack for $5. I have it thrown back there. So if this isn't your sign to go to a flea market, I don't know what is. It is 11:30 right now. I'm going to start heading to the next city, Mcallen, because there are some flea markets over there, so I'll stop by just to peek at some. In Mcallen, the flea markets are a little bit more pricey, so I'm not guaranteed to buy a ton, but it just might be something where I speed walk, and if I find something, I find something. If not, Mcallen is where the next 2 wholesale appointments are, so I'm going to go to those. Hopefully those are really good, and then I can start driving back home, guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this point in the video. If you're really enjoying it, please, please, please like, subscribe. there's one thing YouTubers say, hit the bell as well to get notified. I'm trying my best to post at least like once a week or whenever I can, really. Your boy is busy, but he's trying to make content for y'all guys. Y'all guys truly rock. And yes, let's get going to Mcallen, y'all. Flea market number 2 for the trip. We went in and this was called, I believe, the Super Mercado or the Mercadome, something like that. It was pretty big, as you can tell. I started walking around. There's this like back section with like more so like smaller boots. I found some stuff. I believe this booth, I found a pair of pants. This is crazy, by the way. You can buy brass knuckles and nunchucks at the flea market. This booth, I got some, I'll be honest, I don't remember what I found, but it was good. Literally, the sun was beaming on me. It was really hot, as I just said right there. And this booth, I love so much. I believe I got army bags from them. It is getting hotter and hotter here in the valley. It is 1:40 and I feel cooked. Granted, inside this flea market, it was covered most of the time. There was shade, but still, the bits where I had to like stand out in the sun, it was ridiculous. Let's see what my watch is saying. It is 97 degrees outside. 97, guys. It's freaking crazy. This flea market was okay. I wasn't really expecting too much from it because it's, I'll be honest, it's a nicer flea market. Like obviously more roof, more vendors, more food. They had live music playing. So whenever flea market's kind of nicer, you expect to find less just because like more people will go to them. Obviously, I'm not saying anything bad about the Brownsville flea, but as you can tell from the clips, like it's smaller, it's more like outside focus, like vendors popping up. It's not as much where there's like actual booths like this flea market I went to. This one is called the Mercadome in Mcallen if you're interested. But I still found a couple things. What is it? A little bit more pricey for pieces, but I mean, it's fine. It's stuff that's literally going to sell this weekend at ThriftCon. I'm about to head over to the Wholesale Appointment now. Before that, I'm probably going to stop by a gas station, get some water, get something with electrolytes in it, because your boy is tired. Trying to squeeze out as much as I can here in the valley before I head back to Houston tonight. But yeah, let's get going. We're at the house for the Wholesale Appointment, and all I'm gonna say is, dude's house is pretty nice. Obviously, I'm not gonna show it because I'm not trying to like show people's addresses and stuff like that, but I will be showing some clips of the deal once I go in. Hopefully, it's a good amount of stuff. Fingers crossed, like I said. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I just wanted to check in before I go in. So yeah, let's do it, guys. Okay, what's up, guys? We just got done at the gas station and we got done with the wholesale. Let me cut on the truck real fast. Okay, come on, AC, kick in. Little temperature update. It is 99 degrees now. We are 1 degree away from 100 degrees. So woot woot. I didn't get as much clips as I would like at the last wholesale appointment, but it went really well. Shout out to you, Preston. I believe his Instagram is 526 Vintage over here as well. Super nice guy, really down to earth dude. Literally showed me so much inventory. I grabbed literally everything I wanted. What is it? I tried my best to get as much stuff because obviously I need inventory for ThriftCon, and he did really good with the pricing. So if you're ever in the valley, or he does like ship out or go to like surrounding cities in Texas, please hit him up. Really great guy. I'm about to down some Subway. What is it? I'll eat that while driving. I'm trying these new legendary ranch protein chips. This brand makes like Pop-Tarts, like protein Pop-Tarts, and I actually really like them. They're really good. And then of course, gotta have a little energy in the drive. We have a little Celsius. We got a 5-hour drive back to Houston. Not super excited for the drive, but it's a part of the whole rag house journey, valley trip kind of thing. Once I get back home tomorrow, I'm gonna do laundry, wash everything, get it good, because I got a price tag it for ThriftCon, and I'll show y'all guys a haul of some of my favorite pieces. So yeah, let's go back home, guys. What's up, guys? Literally after 2 hours, we are done with laundry. I have it all thrown over here. We got like pants, we got some like sweatshirts, t-shirts. It's literally all mixed into that bunch. And then this pile of clothes is a bunch of whites. The whites always have like hard-on stains on them. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. So I had to do an OxiClean bath to make them all good. Literally, whenever I got home, I knocked out. The drive was pretty long, I'm not gonna lie. And especially after doing the flea markets in the morning, doing the wholesale, then driving, it took a lot out on me. As I was doing laundry, I was looking at the things I got. I low-key wish I would have gotten a little bit more this trip, but even though it's a little bit less, it is really good quality. Like, I might not have all the items in my booth, but at least the pieces in my booth, the curation is gonna be so good for ThriftCon. Okay, let me prop you guys up right here. Let's see. You guys are good. Let me grab a couple of my favorite pieces to show y'all. I got the pieces. Let me bring you guys in just a little bit. Perfect. I have 10 pieces. We got some t-shirts, sweatshirts. There's a button up in here, a pair of bottoms. Let's go through them, guys. In no particular order, we have this 90s Nike sweatshirt. This was part of the wholesale deal. We got it on the nice white tag. I love this guy because it has like the different color collar on it. The swoosh itself is white. Even the bottom of the sweatshirt has that different color going on. There's a little bit of bleach staining, but I love it on a good black sweatshirt. This one was really cool. This tee was super sick. It's like this learn to swim tee, but why I liked it is at the bottom it says City of Brownsville Parks and Recreation. So it's like this 90s yellow swim tee. I love it so much. It was super cool. And obviously, I go to Brownsville to source, so I thought it was only fitting I grabbed this guy. We have a little hometown love here. We have this self-defense school tee. It says Kuksul 1. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Not trying to get canceled now, but self-defense school grand opening. It says Houston, October 26, 1991. I am very tempted to keep this guy because it's like a large, it looks like my size, and I just love the black and yellow hit to it. It's a really nice piece. Okay, we have another faded black tee on the really good changes tag. We have this Three Stooges tee. It says, out the way, you knucklehead. Really cool piece in really good condition. With changes tees in specific, the tags are always faded out and the graphic is always faded out. But I feel this is in such good condition, and I love the blue on the text. The blue stands out so much. It kind of has that puff print to it. So this is a really cool piece. In my last Rag House video, I found this Year of the Dragon hoodie that was so sick. It was this navy, had so much hits on it. It sold so fast at ThriftCon Denver. Although it's not the same brand, I found this guy. It's this hoodie with a rattlesnake and a motorcycle on it. We still have a sleeve hit going down it, almost like a glittery rattlesnake hit. This guy is so sick, that Y2K hoodie vibe. I wish it had something on the back, but still, this is a really cool piece. I try my best not to just get t-shirts or sweatshirts, but I try to get other things. I got this like 90s workwear button up. I really liked it because it had this old patch on it. The patch says Mary's Tire and it says J on it. So maybe your name is Jay and you can wear this piece, or maybe your name isn't Jay and you just like it. With this guy, you can wear it as is, or you can literally crop it down through the bottom and kind of have that like cropped button-up fit. You can wear like a tank top underneath it or a white t-shirt underneath it. So there's a lot of options with this guy. Absolutely love the Star Wars movies, so whenever I saw this piece, this was really cool. It's a Star Wars, I believe, yeah, it's episode 1. We have Emperor Palpatine, we have Darth Maul, we have the droids. What is it? I could not tell you what space station this was, so I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I absolutely love this tee. It was super cool, guys. Okay, and still on the movies theme, we have this Twilight tee, we have Edward and Bella. Okay. Roast me if you want, but I actually really enjoy the Twilight movies. I've seen them for the first time maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and I mean, they're decent movies. Like, they're not the craziest, but I enjoy a good little romantic movie. Okay, changing up the vibe, we have some pants. These pants are called breakdowns. There's a tag on them. We have these khaki pants, really baggy with the large pockets. If you know, you know. We have a little stitched in B I say if you know, you know, because with the whole Y2K trend, there's a style of jeans that are so popular, that being Jinko jeans, with the ginormous like back pockets on them. So these are kind of like Jinko style. So whenever I saw these, I got super excited. Super wide fitting. I'll have like photos popped up of how Jinko jeans look. They're super over the top, but they're so popular right now. And I'm yet to find a pair of Jinko jeans myself, but literally they go for anywhere from $200 to $300. They're pretty rare, guys. So whenever I saw these, obviously these aren't worth that $200 to $300 mark, but they're still really good pants. And then final sweatshirt, this one was really cool. It says Powerhouse Gym, Detroit, Michigan. And we have a dude just lifting a giant bar. It's so heavy, it's bending. Love this guy, black sweatshirt with a yellow print on it. If you guys couldn't tell, I absolutely love faded black clothing. Literally, the shirt I'm wearing right now is just a simple Arizona tee. But yes, those were a couple pieces that I liked from it. Literally, I found so much stuff. I wish I could show everything, but that video would literally be like 2 hours long. All this is going to be available this weekend at ThriftCon Houston. It's going to be June 8th and 9th. So if you're in Houston, or even if you're within the surrounding areas, I suggest you come. My booth is gonna be over here. I'm gonna have it popped up. I don't remember the exact number, but it's gonna be over here, guys. And I hope to see you guys there. This was such a fun trip to the Valley, guys. Generally, even though it was only 2 days, and technically I was only like sourcing at the Rag House one of those days, it was so fulfilling, especially to all the new people I met, to the people who introduced me. I'm super grateful for y'all guys. And I feel like this is going to be a good video. I'm excited for how it's going to turn out. Before I get going, be sure to check out my socials down below, ResilientHTX on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, say a nice comment, let me know what you think of it. If you hated the video, let me know. If you liked the video, let me know. Generally, guys, thank you so much for all the support. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you.